Hi, I'm Mackenzie Hayden, and this is my EDHP290 Assessment 2 teaching presentation for Stage 1. Before I jump into the activities, I just want to point out the curriculum links. This includes the activities implementing different movement skills and concepts in order to be successful in a game, identifying appropriate strategies to achieve in games, compare different types of movements in games, and perform different locomotor movements in a variety of contexts. This includes jumping, running, hopping, skipping, etc. For the warm-up activity, students will participate in 2 warm-up games. The first game is directed at locomotive movements in the game Follow the Line. This allows students to move around, performing different locomotor movements and try to evade the players by tagging other players. By changing the locomotor movements, students are able to compare the different types of movements and make conclusions on which ones are harder or easier to perform during this activity. Throughout this activity, students must stay on the lines, and if they get tagged, they must join the taggers in chasing the runners. Modifications include changing the type of movement and varying the space, as well as varying the amount of runners to taggers ratio. Equipment needed include coloured tags and cones to section off the playing area. After this activity, the teacher could ask the students if they have any strategies or communications techniques they use to successfully play the game. The skills in this game are locomotive movements, running, skipping, jumping, hopping. The second warm-up game is called back-to-back pass, where students are placed in pairs and are able to pass the ball back and forth while remaining back-to-back. During this activity, the ball must change hands completely. Modifications include varying the type of pass, such as rolling side to side and over the head, as well as changing the direction of the pass, changing the distance between the students, and limiting the number of passes per 30 seconds. Equipment for this activity includes different sized and weighted balls. Prompting questions the teacher could ask include different strategies they used, skills they used, types of passes they used, and how they communicated with their partner. The main skills of this activity were object manipulation, stability and balance, and teamwork and communication. The success criteria for these activities were both observational, with back-to-back pass being number of successful passes and listening to instructions, and follow the line being successful motor movements. For both activities, it is important that the teacher chooses a space that is flat and obstacle-free, and that all students understand the aim and rule of the game. For the main activity of this lesson, students will be playing Keep the Ball Up. The objective of this game is to start with a free play version so students understand the concept, then for students to keep the ball off the ground by passing it to their teammates. Students are to be grouped in 3 to 6, and the ball cannot touch the ground. Each successful catch earned the team a point. Modifications for this game include students playing in different combinations, varying the type of ball they use, varying the type of passes they use, and the teacher changing the rules, such as all students need to touch the ball to earn a point. This is where numeracy aspects come into the game. Equipment needed for this game include different sized and weighted balls, coloured tags, and cones to section off the playing areas. After this activity, the teacher can ask what techniques and strategies the students used to successfully pass the ball without it touching the ground, as well as any challenges they encountered and what strategies they could use if they were finding the game difficult. Furthermore, the skills of this game include object manipulation, teamwork and communication, and self-regulation and numeracy. The success criteria for this particular activity includes the teacher observing successful catches, throws, and intercepts. Safety implications include choosing a flat, obstacle-free space, ensuring all players know the rules and what to do if something goes wrong, and encouraging students to call mine to prevent bumping into each other and injuries. The finish up or cool down for this lesson is mirror stretches. For this portion of the lesson, students are encouraged to take deep breaths while working in pairs to mirror each other's stretches. The teacher will instruct the students to use specific body parts such as arms or legs. However, the students are able to choose which movements they like. After 3 minutes, the partners switch. The teacher is also able to choose the partnerships based on skill and mobility levels. Thank you.